where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers, they had just gotten back in contact with the Queen of North Ekes, a character that they had not seen for, I think, getting close to nearly 10 to 20 sessions at this point, as well as her faithful bodyguard, Erasmo. The party had just figured out that they have some business to attend to, namely with a certain individual by the name of Inspector Avik. You all know exactly what you're going to do when you get a hold of him. You're going to try to kill him. The problem is, of course, getting a hold of him. So you reached out to Erasmo and the Queen of the North to try and set up a meeting to make it a little bit easier to get your hands around him. And then something went wrong. You all were getting your way out of the Queen's palace, which you just so happened to teleport into to talk to her, when someone tried to kill the Queen, specifically an elf. You all, at the behest of Erasmo, quickly, well, more accurately, Kaz, quickly grabbed the body and took it with you as you then teleported your way back home, back to your tower, and that was where we had left off last time. I'm going to make a quick change to the music because this is a little bit too epic positive for what this is right now. So you all are back inside of your tower. You know that somewhere inside of here, a majority of your companions are likely hiding out or doing their own things. With that said, you all have a different kind of problem right now. You are standing on the teleportation pad, and Kaz, in your hands, or more accurately, just slumped next to your body, your arms just like underneath their shoulders, or under their arm, like through their armpits, is a dead elf who has been unceremoniously shot through the back of the head by Erasmo. What's the plan, y'all?
Preemptive question.
Yes.
Does Zone of Truth work on Speak with Dead?
I think ultimately the answer is no.
Okay.
Just because with Zone of Truth, well, more accurately, I shouldn't say Zone of Truth. With Speak with Dead, you aren't actually speaking to a real soul or undead or even a humanoid. You're speaking to what is effectively like a reflection of them. It's got their memory, it's got their vague personality, but it isn't actually them. You couldn't use Speak with Dead to like steal a soul per se. So in that regard, Zone of Truth wouldn't be able to work because there's nothing for it to work on.
It needs to be a creature.
Exactly.
Actually, like, they're changing rules so all summons and stuff aren't considered creatures. They're magic entities that...
Thank God I'm not playing this damn game anymore.
Yep.
And we're ignoring.
Making it complicated so you can't use
do not care what Wizards of the Coast has to say anymore.
Yeah.
Wizards of the Coast, suck my nuts.
Oh my God, I'm so sick of them at this point in my fucking life. So hold on, let me just kick you out of here. That worked. So what's the plan, everybody?
So, please know I've been laughing to myself because this is a joke. Do you think he's a sorcerer?
Well,
no, Jess, I don't think he is.
What
okay,
part of him would you need if he was?
His brain.
Guess what? He was shot in the head.
Yeah. Also, bad news. I thought I got Speak with Dead, but apparently Druids do not get it, which is weird. But whatever.
On the stream, I can't really hear Michelle. I need to turn her up.
He faded.
Yeah, I was not next. My mic is like, if I do this, you can't hear me. If I'm away from the mic, I won't. Oh my
You just
god.
did.
No. Okay.
You just did. What do you mean you won't?
Leave me alone.
when you want to talk, you just need to look
Yep,
at it.
I know.
Right. Did I
So,
miss
no, I
something,
don't-
or
I
does the
can't-
character sheet look different?
They
The
do
character
different.
sheets do look different.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
Cool.
They are different. I checked over most of them. They looked to be vaguely the same. So there's nothing really lost, but still. Yep.
my AC is gone.
I'll fix that.
My AC is none, which is bad.
I mean, it's only a little bit worse than your current AC.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That felt
My AC's
mean.
not great. No, it's not. It's not mean. It's just true. My
I
AC's
will-
not good.
I'll give a real quick look over and correct any ACs that might be fucked up. Okay.
I was gonna say, I think
Mine's
AC is the
correct for
only one.
reference. So.
Well, I suppose we should just burn the body then.
I thought
Well, we-
Darius had a speak with dead spell, or was it?
I thought I
have,
had it, but I don't.
No, I was talking about Darius.
Oh,
There
okay.
is.
I have is it Commune that does it?
Seance.
Seance. That's it. Commune is my god one. Yes, I have Seance.
Why can't we just do
Yeah.
that?
We could.
I
Like
mean, it's better to ask any questions we have of the deceased now.
Yeah.
Who you work for? You work for Avec?
it's under no compulsion to tell the truth, as a reminder.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked about Zone of Truth, because we
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
that makes
vaguely
sense.
discussed that last night.
Yeah.
Fine boom. What was that?
Where am I?
So, Darius, would you like to cast Seance?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee kayak, other bucket.
Also, Jill, I don't know why your AC isn't appearing, but if you hover over it, it tells you the numbers.
It doesn't tell me the total. It says total.
I know.
Nothing. And I'm like,
Total.
I'm not doing the math.
I'm
It's
not
like
doing
11 plus 3. Fuck you.
Fuck you. I'm not doing 11 plus 3.
Not for me.
Well, we know what it is, and we'll keep an eye on that. I'll try to figure it out at some point because I don't know what the fuck went on there.
They're like, just don't fight anyone.
Add the numbers, dork.
Your number's low enough. You don't have an AC, so just treat it like that.
I'll correct that at some point.
You're an intelligence-based character. Why don't you do some math?
No.
So, Darius, you're going to begin casting Commune upon the body.
Yeah, but I
No,
also
sorry,
need help
Seance.
for that.
Okay.
I need 3 willing creatures to lock hands with me. I know Granny's always down.
Here's Granny.
Insert joke, Blues kind of takes a step forward.
I mean, as awful as it sounds, Balloose would work. He is a willing creature.
Yeah.
It does not say they have to be a person. I also have to steal Fizzy's. I also have to steal Fizzy's tarot cards for it.
It's not stealing when I let you use them.
That's fair.
You go, hey, can I use your tarot cards? And Fizzy goes, okay, and just hands them over to you.
But I have to use Fizzy's. Fizzy's cards. Granny's hand and whoever else's hands that fits in one other person. We all sing Kumbaya, my lord.
I just have this mental image of like pickpocketing someone, choose like, hey, can I use your cards? It's like, sure, great, I already have them.
Thanks. No need to give them to me. I've got them already. Huh?
Like, your answer wasn't going to change the result. It just makes me feel better.
I was asking for permission, but I would have asked for forgiveness if you'd said no.
Reminds me of the changes that they made to the M16. That just made it not work.
So, Darius, you begin casting a spell upon the corpse in front of you. With you and 3 others surrounding the body, you look at it and you begin to use the tarot to speak to it. So, can I see the spell card just to see how exactly it functions?
Yeah. Also, I looked at something. I need to roll a dice, which I don't ever remember doing, but I double checked the wording. I need to roll like a D100, or there's a 5% chance the spell contacts the wrong spirit.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Oh.
So 1 through 5 on a D100, we get the wrong guy.
Yeah.
It's 1 through 100. I think you'll be fine.
What
Probably.
hold on. Who are you talking to right now, Jolly?
What are you talking to?
Yeah, that's fine.
What on a D100? Surely it wouldn't be.
That's coming from the person who
You're fine.
got the divine intervention last campaign.
Exactly. You're fine.
Multiple times, which is honestly scarily impressive.
You will begin casting the seance upon the corpse. And as you do so, since you have the body, I'm going to say that it's going to not just talk to you via a ghostly specter. It will instead speak through its body. As you begin to hear, coming from the corpse in front of you,
Oh, I hate that.
what?
This is grosser than last time.
Yeah, that's kind of impressive. Who sent you to kill the queen?
Eat shit.
Yeah, I
Traitor.
should have expected.
Should have expected that.
It was worth a shot. Anyone have any other questions, or am I just gonna taunt this dead creature?
Hold on. How long have you been working at the as a servant over there? If you hate dwarves so much.
Long enough.
You know you're not getting paid. Like, you just died for nothing. I'm just... like... sorry, bud.
Glory is its best reward.
I don't think you're getting...
And then it falls to the ground dead as you ask the third question.
I didn't ask a question.
You said, you know you're not getting paid. That's a question.
My joke would have been, we could always ask if he's a sorcerer.
Too late.
Oh, you weren't gonna give us any information.
Let's burn the body then.
Yeah. Do the blade of fire!
Why is this your go-to response?
It's our incinerator. What do you mean?
This is fucked up.
I was gonna. Whoa. Okay. Where did...
I mean, can't be revived.
Hello?
Hi. I was
Hi.
gonna say. I was like, my mic was doing weird things. Let's say, why are we using? I was gonna say, why are we using the plane of fire as the incinerator? Then Jolly said, no. Okay.
This is funny.
It's like in Minecraft where you make a trash can, you put a lava at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's
And if you misstep, you fall into it and burn yourself.
and you die. You can't get out. Trying to dig
That's how
the
this-
block next to you. Fuck, 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 fuck.
And then it starts following you.
Yeah. Just like Minecraft.
Just like Minecraft.
Just like Minecraft. Okay.
Is there something wrong with us?
Yeah.
That's the energy.
Again, we haven't played in a while. The energy is weird.
That was gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Now, I do have a question. Well, a few actually. The guy that we caught from Thornhurst, what did we do with him?
You are referring to what's his
got it.
name? Yeah, Aish.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we still have Aish. She's just kind of tied up.
Yeah. Well, we were going to wait a few days to see if he was fully, like, being manipulated or if it was all...
I think we determined he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like that.
He's just like that.
The kind of plan is seeing, because he's kind of desperate to save his own skin, if we can use him to draw out Avec, because he's the one who actually stole the box.
Well, we could also convince him to shapeshift into Fanbar for our plan.
Yes.
Potentially. Because, like, we're not going to get any useful information out of him. He's going to tell us whatever he thinks we want to hear. So his actions are... If we're more of a threat to him than Avec is, then we could potentially, yeah, make him do stuff.
I've got no problem reiterating this because I think I did say this previously. His mentality is entirely self-serving. It is he is going to tell you what he needs to tell you so that he doesn't die.
Yeah, and we can convince him that Avec will kill him, but we won't if if he helps us, then
I think we also kind of convinced him that we're bigger that now that we know who he is, we can find him wherever he goes, even on other planes.
That definitely
and
helps.
Can't necessarily.
Definitely helps.
Okay. The second question I have to ask, if we're gonna use the D666 question for the dragon spell.
Oh yeah, that's
I think we were.
About.
Okay.
Yes.
And Connor, you said you were gonna happen naturally. I don't know how, but
yeah. Let me reread the exact part around that because it has been how many weeks? At this point?
Several, but I'm here to remind you.
Yeah, that's fine. Where did you guys mention that? Because I'm pretty sure, like, let's see. There it is. Got it. Now I recall. Righto. So yeah, if you guys out of character are going to say you are going to use your 666 for that question, which I will answer, I can do so.
Yes.
Okay. So you will get your answer to that in a bit. Keep on going.
Okay.
It will come.
It's simple. It's as simple as that. I will be providing you the answer. Don't worry about it.
As far as the rest of the plan goes, we still waiting on the Queen reaching out to Lord Fambor to get him to use the legend lore on Avec and discern that truth as subtly as possible so that he does not become a target.
I mean, he's a political leader. I'm sure he has the methods to do stuff without being scryed on or whatever.
Check on Ruben.
Ruben. How long has it been since we've seen Ruben last?
I don't know. It's been so long.
We peeked on him. We peeked in on him either right before or after dealing with, like, going to or getting from Thornhurst. So, however long that's been.
Long enough, Ruben.
Exactly.
He's like, God, it's been a day.
And
Yeah.
also in the to-do list was potentially contacting Zandy about tower defenses and spells
Yeah.
and stuff.
Ooh, yeah,
Because
we could do
all
that.
the taxes came in here.
I
All the
just
time.
like that Ruben has an entire like bus full of anxiety-ridden parents and aunties and uncles who are like, "Is he okay?"
Meanwhile,
Ruben!"
he's like
A
a
whole ass
demon.
fiend. He's like,
A whole ass
"Hey."
fiend.
Like, Ruben, we are worried about you.
You checked on Ruben in session 103,
What session are we on now?
107.
108.
But well, yeah, this is 108.
This is also for anybody watching, especially not live but in video afterwards. The issue with D&D around the holidays and probably having 5 sessions in the past 2.5 months.
Yeah, we
It's-
all forget.
It's been maximum 48 hours, but more like a day and a half.
Fine, I won't contact him.
Since you lost contacted him.
Please,
Charlie's
please.
Let me check in on my boy.
Again, we don't really know how exactly the time is working there, if it's faster or slower.
I think he was also going to reach out to us, wasn't he?
We should leave him a voicemail in his head. Send him a message like, "Hey, Ruben,
Oh my god.
just checking on you. Thought about you.
And he's in a plane where time moves really slow, so it's only been like a minute since we like checked on him last. He's like, "It's been 5 minutes. What are you doing?"
We're worried.
Ruben, we miss you.
Ruben, we miss you so much. Please come home."
You people are dorks. Do you guys just want to shoot a message over to her and see see
Yeah.
what her response is? Okay.
Yeah.
Who would be telling or reaching out to Zandy?
Looks at Fitz.
I don't have any messaging spells.
Yeah, we only have one person who has a messaging spell, so
Or
it
we
would be
could
Ash.
use
Do
the-
anything.
We could use the mirror. What do you think?
That's true. We could have.
That's true.
Don't want to hear from you.
But does
That's
Fitz
fair.
want to be the one to talk to them?
Fitz doesn't have as much as a grudge as I do against Sandy anymore.
But
As the creator.
the only person who realistically cannot reach out to Zandy is Ignatius because he's never met her and seen her.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Zandy,
Yeah.
they're kind of
Anyone
a
else in the
wild card to
party
Iggy.
can do that.
Well,
Okay.
Fitz, use the mirror and call you something. I don't know what to call them for you.
Fitz will call him up on the mirror while everyone's in the room. It's a group call. Ring, 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 ring. And by that I mean the mirror
Yes.
simply opens.
Ah, it's
What were we calling about again?
The tower.
The tower. Yeah.
Mhm.
You've got a tower. We also have a tower now,
And
Would
political
you-
enemies.
and a lot of political enemies. Would you
Thankfully,
mind?
that list is dwindling a bit.
Day by day gets shorter and shorter. Would you mind casting some sort of defensive anything on our tower so that we don't have to worry about it being destroyed?
We could use your help.
It's sort of where all of our friends are currently staying.
well, that would be a tricky procedure, though not impossible. These kinds of things typically require well, months, years for permanent protection. I could possibly improvise something quicker, though it would still take a few days. Maybe one if I did not allow myself to sleep for a bit.
I
We're
don't
not
believe.
on-
Yeah, I don't believe material costs will be an issue unless if it's spell paper.
Yeah, will you need spell paper for that? Because if so, we've got terrible news.
Yes, unfortunately, I've been finding it's become much more difficult to get a hold of spell paper
That's so
recently.
weird. I wonder. That's so weird.
I wonder where it's all going.
You guys hear something?
But if you do have the time, we would love for you to come do that. It doesn't need to be permanent right now. Hopefully, soon enough we won't have to worry. But right now, all we do is worry. So
If you're going to be having a tower for your primary residence, you'll be worrying about it from now on until you no longer live in the tower. So yes, I can assist in this case. It likely will cost a bit, but I suppose I can simply bill you. That would be easy enough.
Yeah.
we're sort of rolling it right now. So we're rich. It's my first time having quite a lot of money. Ooh. But
Good for you, Fitz.
you know,
You will swiftly find a way to lose all that money, most likely buying magic things that you need. That is how it works for anyone who casts spells and has money.
yeah.
So, this can be done very easily. I will appear at your location as soon as I can. Do you have the sigil so I can simply step through? It would make this much easier.
Yes.
Yes. I think
It's-
yeah.
That is one of those things where you just go, yes, I give it to him.
Of course.
Yes,
I do
here.
that.
No, actually, Connor's gonna show you a picture for about 2 seconds, and you have to
then I
recreate
draw
it.
from memory. Fuck.
Well,
Jesus fucking Christ, guys.
Good luck.
then you have to do a roll to see if you can just say, "Well, Keen might take care of that."
Yeah. It's just a you do it thing. That's all there is to it.
Guys, Connor told me I'm not allowed to take Kane my next campaign.
Yep. Nope. I don't want it anymore.
Also,
I don't want
the
it.
group does have multiple copies of the towers teleportation cycle sigil. Back when Tana was there, she drew them out.
Ah, it's loud again. Sorry.
Loud.
I've been fighting with getting a music bot for the last I don't know how long. Sorry, guys.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fun fact: we can hit pause and it works.
Cool. Don't do that. What the fuck? It's like that's great. Don't.
Don't.
I'm sorry, the impulsive thoughts one.
It's like- it's just such a remarkable dick move. Wow,
And
guys, we can turn off the music.
Every time
Thanks.
someone's about to do
I'm
an
trying
out
to
of
set a
character
fucking
joke,
mood.
Sorry, the impulsive thoughts one. I was like, huh, when it
It's
happened.
remarkable.
and the best part is, you have multiple people who might do that, and no way of knowing who actually does it.
I won't.
No, it does say who hit the button. At least briefly.
does.
It does.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was funny.
Autism one did.
Why is that bot message in the GTA channel?
I don't know. I'm improvising until I can finally get fucking J Music Bot back working. Cause that one was easy. Everything this one's like, you have to vote for us. It's like, what do you mean vote for you? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, that's
Trying to
on
overthrow
the
a
Discord bot
presidency.
service list.
So, you provide Zandy the sigil, and within a matter of a few minutes, Zandy will appear at the teleportation circle, where the rest of your companions still are, surrounding a dead body. And Zandy is going to look at you all and go, "What exactly has happened here, out of curiosity?"
You probably should not know, except
Fair.
that we did not do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, we
just
didn't.
killed this
Yeah.
guy.
No, yeah, we didn't.
Yes, I'm sure you did not.
Not this
Oh,
one.
maybe we did.
Anyways,
Not this one. Not this one. I think
This
is
is
the.
This is a
On
bad
my-
man.
On my honor, as a follower of Althea, did not kill this man. We did not.
It did not hit him. I
Did not hit them. It did
My
not.
mark.
either way, I will get to work on setting up your defenses. Like I said, these are going to be temporary. They won't last forever.
That's
If you wanted something more permanent, it's going to take much longer to actually set it up.
Well, temporary. Wow. Temporary should work alright for now.
Yes.
And Zandy will begin to make their way through the actual building, stopping at various locations, namely doorways and windows that happen to be, if any, that happen to be around, and begins doing some work. They're basically going to be around here for the next several days doing this.
Welcome to the party bus. You're stuck here now, actually. Sorry.
So, that is one problem resolved. Any other issues you guys wish to try and knock off the list?
What did we have on our to-do list? Hold on.
Well, fortunately, there's a Discord for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
We-
shit. I looked
we-
at.
Wanted to determine what to do with the really bad magic items that we have.
Oh yeah.
Particularly a certain dagger and a certain gun.
Right, we were gonna
Guys.
check on those two guys.
Because Connor was being
Weird.
shady
He's like,
about
you
it.
haven't checked on them since you put them in
I don't
there.
know. Maybe they're in there. What do you mean?
Unless they're dimensional hopping creatures. I mean,
If there were, we'd send them into the plane of fire.
Plane of fire.
As we do with all our problems.
Whoa.
I'm not
plane of
trying
fire
to
be
make that a
funny.
thing because I feel like if we become over reliant on the plane of fire, we're
gonna
going
get
to they're gonna get mad at us. We're gonna summon fire creatures on accident and be like, "Stop! It's our home."
We're gonna open the door to throw something in there, and there's gonna be a fire elemental like, you been putting your trash in my yard?
You, we're gonna,
You are
we're
the
gonna
one.
accidentally, we're gonna accidentally
fucking-
summon a fight.
Yeah.
My fucking dog has been eating this trash. That guy you threw in here, I delegate him. The dog in question, Uffy. That's my fucking dog.
Oh my god, that reminded me of Mel's Hole, where the guy just like used it as a trash bin, but one
I
of
know
the
that
theories
one.
of it is that it's like one of the entrances to like Hollow Earth and the utopian society down there.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Like-
well, the problem, also the thing about Mel's Hole is that it's completely unproven. So,
Yeah, including a dog apparently being dumped in there and coming back to life and arriving back to the surface and
yeah.
stuff like that is like. So, anyways, we think there might be a utopian society down there, but I'm
We're
just
just
gonna
dumping
keep
my trash in
throwing
there.
my trash in.
That's what the plane of fire. Simply.
So I can say a few of the things that you guys had on your to-do list. Dealing with Avec is still on the top of it.
Yeah, let's just get that one out of the way really quick.
Yeah, let's just
Dude.
knock that one out. Phaon and the nameless gun. Those are two. Apparently, Kaz had something they wanted to do. We don't know what.
But that's later. That's not a priority right now. So
Become bot.
So what would you like to do?
We
Do you want to?
gotta check on those items.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yes.
Okay. As you guys begin to open up the bag to call out the item, basically using the bag of holding, who is reaching into it out of curiosity?
Don't fucking ask.
Someone with mage hand, I guess.
I mean, I could also reach in there.
Well, we wouldn't know anything was amiss, so somebody would just reach in and grab it.
Or we could actually what I would probably want to do is borrow the like necklace of always breathing and like just hop in there
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
because it's like a room in there.
Yeah.
Darius takes it off and hands it to you and goes, "Oh,
Oh my god,
This
it's just
My
so
sucks.
alive.
I would suggest Darius go in there, but I really think someone with more HP should go in.
Just in case.
Just in case. You know. Yeah, so I clamber in there.
So, you clamber your way right inside of the bag of holding. And as you do so, you will see that the loosely scattered bits and pieces that you have thrown into the bag of holding are still around the entrance to this odd looking room where the Twisted Man once lived. And as you delve in to the room, you will see that Phaon and the gun are not right around the entrance.
We had specifically put both of them in containers on the shelves. So we know
Alright.
exactly where to look.
Check
Mhm.
the shelves.
You check in the shelves as you walk further down into the hall, into the room with all the shelves, and you will see that two things have been removed carefully from the shelf and have been opened up and taken out of. And you will see
God.
that there is someone in the room with you right now. You'll see it's a tall, lean-looking man, very nice, like dark olive-colored skin. But the only exception is that his eyes and his mouth are just constantly emitting smoke. He's wearing a very nice suit. And in one hand, he holds the nameless gun. And in the other, he holds Phaon. Though Phaon he is holding with two fingers. Almost like he is a bit disgusted by it.
Excuse me?
You're excused.
You're on private property?
You have my firearm.
And who are you?
Looks like mortals here are just as disrespectful.
I mean, that gun corrupted a person I know, and well, that dagger surely doesn't have anything to do with you.
No, they do not. And I'm sure the gun only did what it was supposed to do.
And why are you trying to take it back? I mean, I know it's yours, but like,
Because it has more to do. Firearms aren't meant to sit on a shelf and rust. They're meant to be shot.
I think that one's meant to sit on a shelf and look pretty.
We'll have to agree to disagree. As for this, and he holds up Phaon. It needs to go away. But I won't destroy you. Goodbye. And it drops it. And you watch as he drops it, it falls straight through the floor and vanishes.
What the fuck, man? What'd you do with it?
I sent it away.
Where?
I don't know. I don't care.
We were gonna deal with that.
No, you weren't.
What you don't know that.
No, I do. I know
don't
much more than you do.
All I know is that you're smoking in a no-smoke zone. And you just teleported the dagger that we were gonna deal with away to God knows where. You don't even know where. What the hell, man? You stupid.
If you care to stop me, feel free to draw.
Well, there's no point in stopping you. You already did it. That's...
I still have this. You can stop me.
I'm really getting the sense that I couldn't. And that really feels like a trap that you're setting for me, and I don't really appreciate that.
Well, that's good. You're smart. Because it is.
Yeah. I might be
And he
rude,
starts
but I'm
to-
not dumb.
He starts to walk towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And he just starts walking up to you very close until he is literally maybe a hand, like a foot away.
Granny does not flinch. She is, doesn't move or falter or...
What you don't necessarily understand, maybe you'll understand one day. You'll figure it out. The gears will click. But for right now, and he's going to reach and grab the gun from your holster.
Hey,
Yes.
no!
Are you going to try and stop him?
Reflexively, yeah, she's gonna be like, hey, no, that's mine.
As you reach out at his arm to stop him, you just feel that his arm is just moving effortlessly with your body weight, trying to stop him and hold him down.
That's literally my gun. What the fuck, man?
Oh, no, I know. I won't get rid of it.
Oh, you're just gonna throw it away like you did with the dagger.
No, I'm going
Send
to
it
show you
God knows.
something.
I don't want you to show me it.
And he cocks the hammer back and he points it at your forehead.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
And then he pulls the trigger. Click.
She's just like looking at him like,
Cocks the hammer back again. Click.
Jesus Christ.
He cocks the hammer back again. Click.
All right, now do your sound. Now you.
He gives a very gentle shrug. He pulls the hammer back and he goes, pow!
Oh god.
And then he pulls the hammer back again, pow! And then again, pow! And then he opens up his mouth and then 3 bullets fall out onto the ground.
Is it weird to say that's kind of sexy?
Yes. I'm fighting for my life here.
Jill's agreeing with me. I know that face.
Well, you two can talk with Tolly about it later.
Also, sick of venturing reference, having someone point a gun and keep pulling the trigger over and over again, and nothing happening. That's a really cool adventuring reference.
Well, she's just gonna... My gun?
There you are.
You satisfied with your little show?
I suppose so. You disappoint me a little bit.
I live to disappoint. Ever since
Well,
I was born.
And ever since you were born, you were such an ardent follower of me. You didn't know. I didn't even know you. But we both know how effective you were. And as he says that, you'll see all those lines of smoke that appeared when Weston was around start to emit from you again.
I get it. I killed a lot of people.
You did.
And clearly I'm still using my gun. Why does it matter if I'm lethal or not?
I can't argue that.
God dang, he's littering too. Get
He's littering!
Stop littering in our bag of holding. What the
Fucking
fuck, man?
trespassing! Violence! Littering!
Stealing! Stealing! Don't forget stealing!
My goodness!
And just it's the stealing, and then just the jaywalking is just littering. You're littering.
I will say, though, most people don't have the skill needed to non-lethally shoot someone.
Yeah, it's very easy to kill someone with a gun. It's a lot harder to know what you're doing.
Indeed. Here you are. He sets your gun back into your hand. Give my brother my regards. And he gives you a light pat on the shoulder. And he will walk towards the nearest wall, and you watch as he hits it and just turns to smoke.
Who's his brother?
maybe all the taxes?
Probably. Granny's gonna climb out of the hole and be like, there was a guy in there.
What do you... What do you mean there was a guy in there?
I think he might have been a god. He took his gun back, and dropped Phaon into somewhere. He teleported it away or something. So neither of those weapons are there anymore.
Oh, no. Failed too.
Why do you keep attracting people like this?
Honestly, I
What,
wish we
me?
could tell you.
The broad you.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't do nothing.
I'm just a mom trying to live her life, and these fucking gods keep doing bullshit to us.
He also said give his regards to his brother. He didn't exactly give his name. I just assumed he was associated with that gun because, his eyes and mouth were smoking and he made the tendrils come up.
I was gonna ask, Fitz, is there a god of guns?
That's what I was gonna ask if I could roll for.
Because I know there is.
Yeah.
Knowledge religion, please.
Religion. Sorry, my brain was like knowledge, religion.
Yeah.
I was born in Pathfinder. I will never get those words out of my brain. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
Just a normal roll, right?
Yeah. But seriously, come bring sense mode back.
I miss sense motive.
That's why I
23?
asked for vibe checks.
Vibe checks are just funnier to say, actually.
Take a vibe check.
Yes, there is a god of firearms. It is Calhay. Spelled
I know.
Calhaix.
Now, would I know anything about because you know how Greek gods and stuff, there's always stories behind oh, Zeus was everyone's god or everyone's dad, and this guy was this guy's dad, and whatever. would I know any of the like god lore?
The genealogy, effectively. I actually would want you to do a separate religion roll on that because it's a little more complicated than what we've just done.
Okay, so
Yeah.
second roll.
Yeah, just do a second roll.
I'll fix my camera in just a second.
No, I gotcha.
You're fine.
Okay. Fuck. 18, which isn't bad, but
So
yeah, but knowing the name helps. So
yeah, you don't know the whole story around it all. What you do know is that like there certainly are some parental relationships with the new deities. The old gods are an entirely different can of worms, but the new gods, there are some parental relations there. But their acknowledgement of familial bond is entirely different from the way mortals handle things, and even the way that they propagate, if they can. You don't know about anything of that, but a majority of the new gods call one another brother or sister or sibling. It's even ones that may be parental, they're still brother or sister or sibling. So the way that their genealogy works is definitely not the same as yours.
lore-wise, as Calhei, calling any other god brother doesn't really narrow anything down. Could be literally any of them. But I have to assume he probably knows the path we're on. So, get a pretty good guess in there as to who he's talking about.
Of course.
I don't like the implications. That means we're gonna run into him again.
Well,
Well, there's a lot of ambitious people in the world.
We keep dealing with these like new gods. Why are they so like this? I don't get it.
they're a lot more involved.
I don't like that.
Well, on the plus side, at least we don't have to figure out if we still have those weapons or not, because we don't.
Yeah, I tried to save at least Fayon, but because there was no way I was getting that gun back from him. I mean, if it belonged to a god. But, he got rid of Fayon before I could do anything.
We could theoretically track it. Unless if some sort of magic was used to put it to some other time or
I
reality.
certainly hope that he just threw the dagger in some place that humans can't reach, like the stars or the middle of the earth. I don't know.
Mm.
Perhaps he took a note from us. Drops it in the plane of fire. My dog fucking ate that
It's a dog somewhere with a little bone dagger that's emitting gold.
He takes it, he's burying it into the plate of fire.
I mean, to be
you dog creature.
that is Fayun's worst nightmare. So yeah.
Yeah.
Put me down, you foul
I mean, you
creature.
kind of joke about that, but that is, to my knowledge, somewhat close to one of the characters in one of the JoJo's Bizarre
is.
Adventures.
It absolutely is, actually.
So,
Jed.
What's the name of the big fuck off dragon we have to deal with?
Piss boy.
Yeah, I think it's Piss Boy.
I think it's piss boy.
I think
I
it
can
might be
check
Piss
my
Boy.
I
notes.
think I just looked it up and it's piss boy actually.
Can someone who actually look it up so I don't have to?
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
trying to
say.
look it up. I'm busy chuckling to myself over you guys calling a big ancient dragon piss boy.
Hold on.
Well, maybe if he didn't piss his pants all the time, we wouldn't call him piss boy.
I
What are you talking about?
Hold on, I looked at the notes. And it actually says piss boy.
He
It is-
actually had a very, very large pair of custom dragon-sized pants that he puts on
Dragon
specifically.
jorts.
Specifically to
piss.
piss.
I hate this conversation.
Piss
he
shorts.
was called Cracked Brass Kalthasak.
Crack brass ball sack. Got
Okay.
Can I just say
I
something?
was going with cracked ass.
Crack
I-
ass ball
Crack
sack.
ass.
Got it.
Having the advantage of going through old sessions, I like remembered something, and I don't know who this person was, and obviously I don't think it has anything to do with anything here. But who do we know? I don't remember if we know this. Who was the person in the maroon cloak who was talking to that dragon when we went
Oh,
to deal with
That's
Cloud.
loud.
That's
The
was that?
Cloud.
Cloud, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, talking to the
I-
blue dragon.
Yeah, I don't. It's been like, again, that was a year ago, so I was like just editing stuff, and I was like, I got that. I went, okay, I don't remember who this is. Okay.
I asked because I can use commune still and talk to Dee Dee or whatever guide comes, but I assume it will be Dee Dee. Because we know now that Avik is an unknowing, but a puppet nonetheless for the god of ambition.
Yes. And also
I'll
potentially
look back
likely
this.
to resort to rather drastic measures when cornered.
So I want to know if the dragon guy is also being used by him, because if so, as weird as that sounds, it gives us another card in our hand and a non-violent approach. Because I have a feeling ancient dragons wouldn't like being used as a toy by gods who aren't even of this world. But we don't know for sure if that's true yet, so I wanted to ask. That's why I asked who knew Cracked Ass's name.
There's no winning.
No, there's not.
There's no winning.
No, you have to specifically make a name that cannot be permuted in any way possible.
You're right. Next campaign, look out for the character Come Slut the Big. I'm sure
Alright.
you guys will love dealing with that
Hey, yo.
character.
Connor, I don't
What?
appreciate that you put me in a game without asking. Sorry,
You made the
easy
joke,
shot.
not me.
Easy shot. Couldn't help it. Yeah, so I'm gonna contact Dee Dee.
Okay.
I don't know who'll answer, but it's typically Dee Dee.
Yeah, you're going to cast Commune. So-
Well, even that name, Connor, we just switched to saying something like cornstalk.
Cornstarch the Big.
Yeah. It will happen.
You cast Commune. And as you do so, much like it did last time, for all of you, time stops. It appears that your individual you keep communicating with has decided to start allowing the rest of your group into these meetings.
Oh, that's fun.
And from the corner of the room, behind where Zandy is busy was trying to cast a spell of some sort, you'll see the figure of the god of what is deserved starting to emerge with a large peacock array of eyes sprouting around the humanoid figure that they present.
Hey, Dee Dee.
Even needs eye drops.
That was fast.
Me calling you again or something else?
You calling me again?
Yeah, there's a lot of related things going on right now, a lot of things firing off in my brain, especially considering the revelations we had last time. Is Autotaxis using the cracked brash dragon as a puppet in the same way he's using Avic?
Kalthsak?
Yeah.
Most likely, yes.
Okay.
Not in the same way, but definitely still using him.
That's one. I got two more questions. I had only one question prepared. I expected to have follow-ups from the one question like I did last time.
There is something that's been weighing on my mind, and this will be to the rest of the group if they want to ask about it. Last time you fought a follower of Altaxis, they exhibited some sort of change in special powers that ended up killing your friend. Do you think it would be prudent to ask if there was a way to prevent that? In the event that Avic also relies upon or succumbs to such power.
So, is there a way to limit Albatrox's influence when dealing with Avic, essentially?
Yes.
No, because you're asking the wrong question. You're trying to limit something they already have. All the taxes doesn't inspire ambition. All the taxes looks for ambition.
This is going to sound like a weird question, and you'll have to excuse me for it. Is there a way to crush his ambition?
In theory.
Those are my three questions. You'll probably hear from me again real soon. I try not to call you more than once a day. It feels rude.
Appreciated.
Plus, I figure you're getting a little bit of a kick out of this, so.
In a way. In a way.
Yeah. Later, Dee Dee.
And he'll melt back into the ground as time resumes.
How to crush an egomaniac's ego.
That's
and
what I'm
destroy
saying.
his ambition.
How do you crush someone's ambition?
You ruin their life.
You ruin their life. But you have to ruin it in a way that they feel like they can't come back from it.
Or you kill them.
Or you kill them.
But the first one's more fun.
It is more fun.
It is.
We know Avic's entire life goal is power involved with this bitch boy vampire. We've already started to unravel that. But he's got men like him always have other irons in the fire.
Backup plans on backup plans on backup plans.
So we need to crush his ambitions, even with those backup plans. Ruining his reputation would help.
It would certainly make it very likely he'd start coming directly for us. But you could start using Dream, putting into his head nightmares of him actually succeeding on the ambitions, but everything turning out wrong. Not how he anticipates him immediately being disposed of, discarded, forgotten. If he thinks that everything he is working towards is futile, then it might slowly separate his will. Of course, that would mean no hiding that we know of his plans, and he
This-
might do something drastic.
I will also point out something like that takes time. And I don't know that we have a lot of time.
Sorry, my brain right now, I can't get this idea out of my head, so I'm just gonna say it out loud so that way it leaves. So in Persona 5, before you steal someone's heart, you have to essentially inspire them to have the fear of being changed. So they would do things like post publicly everywhere that they were going to steal that person's heart to cause the mental change to be able to do that. So my brain, all it's thinking is just sending out mass amounts of press about him.
Fully expose him and then say, "Hey, we're coming after you." By the way,
I
Yeah,
mean,
kind of.
going through, we were already exposing him to Bambor, and that's
Yes.
everywhere.
That would be the first step. Then we could get the North and South to simultaneously put out information on him.
Because
But-
a trickle
We-
won't do anything.
We
It
could
has to
also
be-
spread rumors in every single town.
but who would believe us?
Well, if we get Fiambor on our side, we already have the queen on our side. Just have them go to
Post-
because on the radios.
Oh,
Also,
We do have
every
those.
newspaper. If you have the king and the queen, they can say, "Hey, post this in every." Can't they do that?
And
And the
Wait,
same day?
don't we have what's? Oh, I can't remember the guy's name.
I,
Back when we originally made contact with the Queen's illegitimate son,
Erasmo.
Erasmo?
Erasmo, we met him at a post office.
Yeah. In Elbadil.
Could we use that to our advantage in this? To spread it paper-wise?
I mean,
yes.
a post office person who works there has to have some sort of relationship with the local newspaper.
I will say, and I will correct this just because you guys are actually misremembering something. It was not a post office. He was a courier.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. It was a courier service.
I
What's the
mean,
difference?
that's
The slight difference is that the courier is responsible for carrying packages from anybody. A post office is like government controlled.
Yes.
This is
Gotcha.
independent. This is literally just
But
a bunch of people who are, you pay us money, we ship package, we get thing to where it need to go.
I was gonna
We-
say, but my thought was maybe is there a way to coordinate it so it all happens at the same exact day, like on the same day? Like it goes to all the newspapers on the same
If
day.
we stay in contact with the queen and Fiambor, there has to be a way we can.
Because if we can do the newspapers and the radio in the same
I was
day,
gonna say,
that's complete control of like people. That's what people look at, right? That's what I've gathered from like.
We want to get control of the narrative before
he gets the chance.
So-
Yes.
he can.
here's a proposal then. We
Okay.
still contact Fanbor, get them to do the legend lore so he's on our side. We coordinate this like rumor mill attack, and we prepare for Avik to act.
Mhm.
Because if his reputation starts going to shit, I would not be surprised if he did something out of desperation to do his plan at any cost.
And
But
we
that's
know-
what we want him to do.
Do we know which piece of the vampire he personally has?
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the heart.
The heart,
Yeah.
because you know, as soon as stuff starts coming out, he's gonna graft it to himself or whatever.
Similar to what
perhaps
Thorn did, yeah.
Wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
To make sure that we can't take it.
do.
Sorry, I said graft, and I have to say Godric the Grafted, like from Elden Ring, or it's gonna be stuck in my head. I can just hear Godric the Grafted.
All tarnished.
I'm gonna play Elden Ring again.
But yes, and the rumors do not even need to be about the vampire ordeal. There is proof that he is responsible for framing an innocent man and having him put away, and coordinated with brainwashing a portion of the population into doing illegal deeds, and
It
that
needs to
he
be stuff
was
that's unrelated
working
to the vampire.
and that he was working with
Mm-hmm.
the Queen of Thornhurst before she met her
And-
untimely demise.
Whoever did that.
So we've got that. Technically, he's also been working with the Stonehearts, which would inspire
Yes.
no trust for him in the South.
Yes.
But that would have weird repercussions in the north.
It would rile them up for sure.
Okay, wait. Question: Avik is a elf or no? I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Elf.
He is. So it
So-
might piss off the Stonehearts if they're being known to be cavorting with a elf. It might also
Not just an elf, a high-ranking elf.
a high-ranking
He-
elf. Can you
It abs-
imagine? That might actually make them like. That might actually what's that word? There's that word where it would like turn people against them because they're like
Revolt.
hypocrites.
Turncoat?
Revolt because they're hypocrite. Turncoat because they're
We-
turncoats.
Oh,
We don't.
They're work.
however,
We don't
we
really want
can-
to rile up the Stonehearts.
we can do that in a way that isn't north against south. We do know Avik did attempt to convince Darius into killing off Borja Matos.
True. That was something I was directly asked to do.
Well, I will say I'm not trying to not to like rile up the North, but if the Stonehearts like, because I don't think he's working with all the Stonehearts, he's probably only working with like a small group. And if they
he's
find out that,
working with the Stonehearts, I think he's manipulating them.
well, if they find
That might be a better thing to do.
like that's if that word gets out about that they're being manipulated by an elf, they're going to be seen as weaker because they're able to be manipulated by an elf, but they're
It's
you
also
know,
going to
but
rile them up and introduce new tensions between the North and the South. Because the South is now suddenly manipulating parts of the North, and that's not okay. Even though it's
It's
technically
also-
one man.
To be
If
fair,
it's-
this is also why we're going to coordinate with the
Right.
Queen and
Yes.
and more.
exactly. If we can
because
do it,
they're going to know how to craft this message for the people best.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm sorry my Persona 5 joke might actually be helpful.
No, I do like the idea of flooding the narrative with what we want.
it's a good way to crush ambition if like everything you the thing is with Avik, a lot of his like the reason he works so well is because he's doing it in secret, right? And if you get that out there, he's not going to be able to do things in secret anymore because everyone's going to know.
All of his resources will be
It's going to make it
It
much
will-
much harder for him.
It will only be those loyal to him, and if he loses and they sided with him openly, then they also lose by proxy. It must be so overwhelming that any who see it do not want to risk themselves for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I say we put this plan into motion as soon as we hear back from Fiambor.
We can definitely propose it, yeah.
Yeah. And now we just have to wait till we hear back from Fiambor.
Yes.
Fair enough. So with that idea now we're at the ready, we will take a quick 5 to 10 minute break, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
I
So
want
where we last left, you guys had just spoke with DD, as Jess calls them, and I just concocted a pretty cool plan of ruining Avek to make things harder for him to act out, which honestly is not a bad idea in my opinion. So, this is ultimately just going to be a matter of you guys waiting for Fianbor to get back to you, because right now, you're waiting for him to reply back, or at least reach out to you. That's where you are at this moment in time. And I will kind of pull back the veil a little bit. The simple fact of the matter is that it's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a few days for that to actually occur.
Oh.
So you guys are now officially in a situation where you have downtime and the ability to do things that you want to do. So, what things would you all like to do?
I'm honestly, I don't know how possible it is right now because he was arrested by Garand police, but since I saw the god, I'm genuinely kind of worried about Weston Dove now.
You're right. Walking into that prison may be difficult, but you do have a mirror. You could try to use that.
Oh, that's true. Because I was gonna check on him eventually anyway, but I want to make sure the god's not trying to like put the gun back in his hands or whatever.
Okay. I mean, you can check on him whenever you want. You just need to tell me.
Sure. Anyone want to join me for that?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
You make your way over to the Mirror of Omniscience, and you call upon the image of Weston Dove. And as you do so, you will see the image of a lanky-looking man with dark shadows around his eyes as he sits in a cell in rather plain cloth prison clothing, or jail clothing more accurately. It looks like stubble is beginning to grow on his face more and more, and he looks well, to put it bluntly, with your wisdom, he looks like he is not fully in his right mind, but he is healthy and alive.
And is he still missing his right hand? Because Ignatius cut it off so that he couldn't be given the gun again and use it as effectively.
Yeah, that was never restored back to his person, so he is still one-handed. That did not change. He has no signs of a firearm on his person.
That's good. Does he seem responsive at all, or is he just kind of like he doesn't react to the mirror opening up, or
non-reactive, and he is lost to the world.
Well, not much I can do for him now, but I guess this is as good a spot as any for him to be in.
You know, square
I'll-
meals a day, showers.
Someone making sure he doesn't get into trouble. And if he's not responsive, he's probably not going to get the attention of that god again.
Even if he did return to his former self before the influence of the gun, I'm not certain he would be able to handle the guilt of killing and harming so many individuals.
Quite possibly. Well, we'll leave him be for the time being, I guess. She'll end the whatever. End the connection.
Yep, you break the connection. So you know what is happening with Weston Dove right now. He is sitting in a prison cell, no longer really in connection with the world.
That's kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Anybody else who would like to next take an action or do something?
This I prefer this to happen off screen just because I don't want to have to figure out how to do that scene. But Janice is gonna use the mirror and slip down to the Underdark to go see her mom.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, like
Just get-
directly to. Okay,
I mean, we
Um,
have the mirror and she has teleport.
it's true. It's true. So you call upon the image of your mother, or at least your home. Would you prefer?
Home probably works better.
Okay. You call upon the image of your home all the way in the Underdark, back where you lived. And you will see the front facade of your childhood home. You can see that it has been redone several times, with new plaster being put up and then repainted to bring some color into the Underdark. As has become very popular amongst the middle to upper crust in the Underdark. The lighting in the area has definitely been improved from what you last saw. It looks like they may be using a series of mirrors that are casting light from the main shaft that brings it down to this area. And
All right, mummy.
it's the most logical way of handling something like this that doesn't require a huge amount of work.
I know.
It looks like they have improved the mirror setup, or at least cleaned some of them. As currently it looks to be a decently bright day in this underground.
Darius, because I'm gonna drop this. That's gonna be fun for all of you to realize. Darius is gonna pick up Ari and take her to meet her grandparents for the first time in
Aw.
person. Because she's only like 2 or 3. Darius hasn't been back to the Underdark in that time span.
Can't
But-
wait for Ari to show all the tricks Granny taught her.
God, I hope she doesn't show her grandmother
you-
that.
Would you care to roll a d20 to see how well behaved your child is?
Can I roll at a disadvantage because I know my child?
No, you're going to roll with a -3 because of all the times that a certain someone has influenced your child.
Cool. That's a solid
8.
11 on the die.
-3, so 8. So
Yeah.
while we will not carry out the full scene, as it would be difficult for me to act as multiple people all at once.
Yeah.
We will say that your grandparents, well, her grandparents' first interaction with her is an eventful one. As it appears that Ari has learned some very negative habits from some of your adventuring party, including cursing, hand gestures that are quite rude, and attempting to smoke a cigar that your father has laying around the house.
I want you to know.
I didn't teach you that. I didn't teach you that.
Who
Not on
kids
purpose.
put anything in their mouths?
2 things. One, Darius will be having words with Granny when they get back. 2, my mom used to say that her mother would look at her when she was a kid and go, I hope you have a daughter just like you, so you know what's going on in my life. I feel like that's just what just happened to Darius, is her parents going, oh, you got a daughter just like you. So, yeah, Darius is gonna teleport back from that trip with Ari and set her down and go, "You're not getting your nighttime cookie for that.
Mhm.
That was a real shit show, kid." That being said, it was very funny. I can't encourage you to do that, but it was funny. Go to Europe.
So
And don't try to steal any cigars.
Ari will go to her room,
Yeah, this is
probably not
find
having a
Granny.
cigar. Oh no, you can do so.
Granny,
What?
come here.
What's up?
Come here.
I'm suddenly a little nervous.
No, I don't think I want to.
Granny.
She's there. She's looking at you.
Uh-huh. Oh, this is a little fucked up. And I realize this.
Huh?
But it's funnier for me. Darius is gonna Russian can cast Game of Fate on Granny.
What the fuck?
How did I know you were gonna do that?
What the fuck, man?
You could have just asked me if I wanted to play cards. I would have said
No,
yes.
no.
But-
Make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Darius does not expect this to pass, but she wants the threat to
Yeah,
be
well, knowing my rolls, it might
GC 17, man.
wisdom saving throw. Why can't I can't roll it.
What do you mean you can't roll it?
Does it have like a
Okay.
pop-up box in the?
Oh, there it
there's,
is.
Like,
Okay, I was trying to click the number. Oh,
So you're fine.
yeah.
This was for the sake of the threat, not because I actually wanted to play this. Why did my daughter, meeting her grandparents for the first time ever, by the way, try to steal my parents' cigar? Granny.
You think I teach a baby to smoke?
You've taught her every other bad habit she has.
I'm not gonna teach no one should. I'm not gonna teach a baby to smoke a cigar. I mean, she probably
No.
picked it up from me, but not on purpose.
No, but she flipped off my sister twice. And she called my brother a fucking asshole.
Well, was he being a fucking asshole to her?
No!
Well, that's the problem. She needs to know when to say it.
Granny,
Is.
I can cast Game of Fate at any time.
Okay. I did not teach her to smoke a cigar on purpose. I swear by that.
You know what kind of look I got from my mother for that? It was the
Nope.
one you're giving me right now, Granny.
Well, I never said I was the best at taking care of kids. I was a shitty kid myself. I didn't have anyone to teach me that, though.
This is what I get for having a baby with a person who's more intelligent than me. It means my baby's intelligent. So she's learning
You're not so
horrible
bad
habits.
yourself, so you really, it takes two here.
Listen, Britain is exceedingly more intelligent than I. Which
And
is
you're
canonically...
more intelligent than I am.
Yes, which means
And
this
look
baby...
who's Aries picking up after.
Darius is just gonna fire a single warning shot into the... Granny. It was cute when it was just us.
I think it's still cute, but that's just me.
I'm coming for your left shoe.
My left shoe.
Yes, I'm going to take all of your left shoes and throw them in the plane of fire.
No, we can't keep doing that. I promise I won't teach your kid any new swears or hand gestures on purpose.
No, you'll excuse me. I have to go tell Bryn what happened because I don't know if they'll be upset at me or if they'll be laughing. And I'm
Mhm.
scared to know which.
Mhm.
But Granny,
Mhm.
no more bad habits.
I won't teach them to her on purpose.
And Darius will just and
I
walk
don't think
away.
I have good habits myself.
Actually, she'll turn around and come back and go, I'm so glad the next one I'm having you won't be around to teach these habits to when they're old enough to know them.
That
Oh,
hurts
don't worry,
my
the older child
feelings.
always teaches the younger ones everything they know.
Well, one of us might be dead for all I know by that point. And if you keep teaching bad habits to Ari, it'll be you.
I think it's gonna be me regardless. I'm a human near drow.
You still got like a good what? I don't know how long humans live. 50 years left?
No. No. Go talk to Bren.
But that's. Anyways, that's all I got.
Okay. Any other character scenes that you guys would like to do? Like I said, you have several days at your disposal.
Mm.
According
Actually,
to the
can I-
to-do list.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's the to-do list. I would like to suggest something to someone. When's the last time we checked in on Hadrian?
We just got back. Fitz literally
Yeah.
talked to him last session.
Okay. Listen, it's been
I
a
was
month.
there. You think
You were?
You think I'm gonna fucking forget the shoulder touch? First of all?
As a side thing, I do need more bullets.
Yeah, you lost 3.
I should
Well,
probably
Sure, I did lose 3.
I should probably talk to my siblings because I was not here. So, and that was after everything. So I should probably talk to them.
That's fair.
Should see what's going on with them. Tell Mizzy she's proud of her.
You're a natural born killer.
So yeah, maybe do that.
Do whatever feels right.
Okay. So making your way over to the rooms that your siblings have been provided in the tower, you will see that they're all vaguely kind of circulating around one another. Some reading, some relaxing, some just napping. But ultimately, they're all kind of nearby one another.
Excuse me. Hi guys.
Hey there. What's going on?
How about stuff is happening. We're on a bit of a holding pattern for the moment. So I heard you guys had a adventure.
Oh, yeah. Just a little adventure, you know. It was fine.
Really? You guys okay? Like, I know it was a little scary from what I've heard.
Yeah, I had to like run around and like climb on a roof and stuff, trying not to get caught. But like, yeah, it could have been worse.
Yeah, the rest of you?
Well, yeah, it was spooky.
It was. Sounds like it.
Yeah, but
And Mizzy killed. Did the
yeah,
killing? I guess.
yeah.
That's what I've heard.
From what I heard, from what I heard, Mizzy finished her off.
Oh, that's good. That's good. What are you guys gonna do now?
Oh,
You gonna hang out? You gonna hang out here? Or you gonna go? I mean, you can do whatever you want. If you want to go back to where you were, I mean, that's fine. If you want to stay here, that's also fine. You know, you want to stay here as long as you guys want.
I'll probably just kind of stay around here for a bit.
And the rest of it?
Don't know. I think Grego is eventually gonna have to go back up north.
He maybe doesn't. Well, north should be fine. North is fine. South might be a little. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff has been happening. Maybe wait a couple days. Maybe hang out here a little bit. Things are about to get a little bit crazy, I think. In the country in general, if what we're gonna do ends up happening. So maybe don't go out for a little bit. Maybe take this as a little vacation. This tower's nice. You can get whatever you want. There's like a nice like bath area. There's really cool rooms with like stars in it that are like neat. And there's like other stuff that I don't even know what's here because there's still so much here. So maybe you guys just like hang around a little bit until we figure things out.
Stuff's not shit. Got it. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell that to the rest of them because they're all, I don't know where they're at, but they're all like hanging out. But yeah, we just we're about to do stuff that may make things a little bit not fun to deal with if you're on the outside. So okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll stick around here until you tell us we're good.
Okay, cool. And that's what we'll do. I'll let the rest of the group know that you guys are gonna stick around for a bit. Cause I mean, obviously, there's like a lot of people hanging around here. Actually, speaking of which, who is still here? Hadrian, I know, is still here. Did Electos leave, or is Electos still here?
Electos still here.
So everyone's still here, basically. Yep. Okay. We should probably tell everyone to stick around. Actually, I should probably go tell the rest of that. We should. Yeah, I'm gonna go deal with that. But you guys stick around. It'll be okay. We're gonna be good. Things are gonna be okay, and I'll let you know when they are. Okay. Bye. She's gonna go. And she's actually gonna like see if she can find someone and be like, "Hey, maybe we should tell everyone who's here to like just stick around for a bit."
Oh,
Might not be.
who are you saying that to again?
To like
The group
in general.
The group is, okay.
Yeah, in general. Yeah, I'm just like, hey, you know, maybe we should just tell everyone to like stick out here. Maybe not go out unless because I don't know what's going to happen once we unleash this plan. So.
Yes.
Is Vera here, or where is Vera?
No,
Vera
she's
is also
here.
Vera's
Yeah.
here, so yeah. Kaz, you might want to tell like Electos and Vera to stick around.
I was going to.
Okay, I'm just saying. And Fitz might want to tell Hadrian to stick around, and I don't know who's gonna tell the captain, but someone can tell the captain. Unless the captain wants to help, I don't know. I think that's up to him though.
Yeah.
Now, looking at the to-do list, there is someone who does need to do something.
Yes, I know. The serious one or the
That is up to you.
mechanically one? Quick, gay or other gay?
Right.
Is that even a question?
No, I'm asking either Avera or Electus is what I'm saying.
Oh. Flip a coin.
Yay.
Flip a coin.
I don't want to flip a coin. Either way, I have to talk to them anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Because the other one is mechanically for the disguise thing. The other one is a very serious one. So,
Fun first, then serious.
okay. Mechanical one first. The disguise thing.
Kaz, you will go to find Electos somewhere inside of the tower, so you can
Okay.
discuss something.
Okay. Electos?
Yeah. What's up?
Well, this is the first time I've done this. But is it okay if you can spar with me for a quick second?
Yeah, sure, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. This is gonna be a little weird, but if I disappear, I went somewhere. I don't know if that'll make any sense, but something will happen.
Okay.
Okay. So mechanically, I don't know how this is gonna work, but Kaz will put on the disguise mask thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So she puts that on, and I don't know how Electos reacted with that change.
Hmm.
Let's reach
All
that
right.
point of stream.
So, what's up, babe? You're the friend of Kaz, right?
Yes.
Right. We sparring or
with-
what?
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So what in particular are you curious about?
The fighting kit, because she's coded as a champion fighter, right?
She
So
is
I don't
coded as a
know.
champion fighter.
And I'm not entirely familiar how her kit works as a fighter.
So her kit as a fighter is relatively straightforward. The biggest thing that you should bear in mind are a few things. Namely, one, you have the piercer feat as this character,
Okay.
and two, you are set up for 2-weapon fighting. So, fighting while dual wielding a rapier and then something else that is piercing on the other side would probably be for the best. And
Okay.
you have at your level, you make 3 attacks.
Oh. Huh. Okay. So how
So-
does it work in actions? I mean, because her kit is pretty much a copy paste of Kaz. But
Roughly, yeah. There are some differences. Basically, as far as in action, the way it works is you use whatever weapon you want to as your main one.
okay.
And then what you would do is you would basically attack with that weapon 3 times in a row.
So if I use Cutthroat's Grace 3 times, that's how it works normally.
Yeah, you would attack with that 3 times. Let me check one thing because something looks odd about the pluses for the rapier.
Yeah, I just
that's
wasn't
why. Hold on.
sure. Okay.
There we go. I've made a slight adjustment to the to your dagger. So you should see that your pluses for your weapons are now basically going off of strength.
Okay.
Which means your 2-hit is basically plus 12 for your main weapons, so it's quite high.
That's good.
Mhm.
I just don't know how to fight as her, and in the
Yeah.
scenario, if we do fight, I don't want to make it in the phase when I don't know how to use her.
No, that's
So-
fair. So what you would do is basically just click one of your whatever weapon you want to attack with.
One does more damage than the other.
Yep.
Okay. I can't remember what Cutthroat Grace does, but I was looking at the actions button.
Yeah.
I don't.
Cutthroat's Grace is let me double check. Basically it's a 2d6 of extra damage, and you can determine what that extra damage type is.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And for some reason
so
that wasn't shown, so one moment.
yeah. I mean, at least we're checking it now.
Yep, that's fine, and I can correct that, no problem. But basically, so that would be, or for regular attacking as this character, you would just click one icon 3 times.
For my actions or inventory?
From your actions.
Okay. So let's say if I did Cutthroat Grace 3 times, I roll it 3, and it's normal.
Yep, you would roll the 3 times normally.
Okay, that's
a hit.
normal.
Okay,
That's
then
damage.
roll it again.
Okay. Ooh. That's not even a. Oh, never mind. That's a pretty good hit.
Yeah, no, then roll again.
Normal.
Okay. And unfortunately, we weren't lucky enough for you to see the special thing, but since you are a champion fighter, your crits are going to hit on a 19 and 20.
Oh. I didn't know that.
I've already set it up in your sheet that it should affect you. It should do it no matter what.
I have a
That's
question.
Yes.
that's why people take champion.
So when she's in this Oro, when she's in that, she is just a champion fighter then?
Yep. Just pure champion fighter.
Huh. That's
Yeah.
so she's essentially like she can not two characters, kind of.
Not really.
Separated.
Now,
Kind
In
of.
the, what I will describe is this: in the process of the fight that you're having with Lektos, you get hurt several times.
Okay.
And you will find out that when you take your disguise off, those injuries linger. Damage is transferred between the 2 characters. Just because you get hurt with one doesn't mean the other one's perfectly fine. If you take 50 points of damage as Oro, you're coming back with 50 points of damage as Kaz.
That's good to know. I was wondering about that. That means feats that Kaz that would have had, like, for example, like, what do you call it? The one that halves damage, right? The
You don't have that.
Dodge.
you don't have that as Oro.
Yep. But with that said, you do have some more fun ones as Oro, namely Second Wind, Indomitable, and Action Surge.
Okay.
Second Wind lets you heal as a bonus action. Indomitable lets you re-roll a saving throw. You have 2 uses.
Yeah, specifically when you fail it, so
When you
can
fail,
wait
yeah.
until after.
And Action Surge lets you do another action. So, and you need to bear in mind that 1 action for you is 3 attacks. So an Action Surge is another 3 attacks.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Fighters are fun.
Oh
They
man.
really are.
So in other words, Charlie, let's say you rolled 3 19s, you rolled 3 crits.
Oh wow.
Yep.
So
It's really fun. Now, there's something else about Oro that I did not mention to you.
Okay.
You have the fighting style blind fighting. So within I believe it's 10 feet of you,
Yes.
you have blind sight. So if someone comes up to you and they're invisible, you know they're there and you know what they look like.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
there ain't no sneaking up on you when you've got.
Also,
blind
I think
sight.
if you're obscured by, if you're obscured by like something that causes the blind condition, you don't hit with disadvantage. Like
Yep.
most people would hit with disadvantage,
Yeah.
you don't because
Yep,
you have
Because
blind fighting.
you know they are there. It doesn't matter.
Damn.
Yeah, it's very effective.
Well, at least we know in one case if we need someone in the back, I could have Cass set up there. I mean Oro, sorry.
There is also a. This is much less useful for most cases, but it's still interesting to note.
Okay.
You do have the feature Remarkable Athlete. So, if you ever make a running long jump, you're jumping an additional 5 feet further than you would normally. So that's quite far.
But although you have Phantom Grapple, so
Yeah, you still have Phantom Grapple, also just much.
Now, I
Yeah.
will say her movement is shorter in this form, right?
It is significantly shorter.
So strength over speed, basically.
This is your tank. Kaz is your damage. Well, your
Okay.
speed, I should say.
Dexterity. and-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Actually, I should delete those spells because you
think-
don't actually have those right now.
Yeah, that's the one part I got confused about.
Yeah. No Find Familiar, no Phantom Grapnel, no Spring Heal.
So-
You don't have those because you're not Kaz.
something
Yeah.
else. I forget which ability scores, but Champion Fighter also effectively has the bards like Jack of all trades for 3 specific
It's
ability
that's
scores.
that is Remarkable Athlete.
Yeah, that as well.
But there's only one other thing I'll mention. That feat you have, Piercer.
Yeah.
So there are 2 things that you should pay attention to with that feat.
Okay.
So make sure you do take note of them. I'll put it in your actions list just so you can see it. When you hit and land a critical hit with a piercing weapon, you do an additional damage die.
Which die is it?
So it's going to be the weapon damage die. So
Oh,
if
okay.
you use Cutthroat's Grace, you'd be rolling 3d4, not 2d4.
Oh.
If you used a rapier, it would be 3d8, not 2d8
Holy
on a critical
shit.
hit.
Huh.
Additionally, once per turn, so once during a round, you can re-roll piercing damage if you feel like it's too low for you.
Wow.
Only once per turn.
Okay. Once per turn. Okay.
Yep. But that is it.
Okay. Well, that's a good rundown of how her kit works. So
Yeah, and I will of course provide you more information if there's anything you feel like you're missing or stuff you're confused on. But
Mhm.
yeah, that is your kind of
Crash course.
second character.
Tutorial phase over.
Tutorial path.
Now the real fight begins.
What?
Yes.
Why do I hear boss music?
Dramatic music starts playing, you get the pop-up. Hold shift to sprint. or
Press right click to look behind you as you run.
Ugh. I hate that feature in games. It's always fucking awful.
press E to hide.
That one makes me laugh.
Hold
Scary.
space to hold your breath.
The fuck dog.
The press E to hide is always like, wait, whoa.
Like, why do I need to hide?
Wait, you mean right now? Hide from what?
But there you go. That is a rundown of how that character works.
Okay. Yay. Now I know. Well,
Mhm.
kind. We don't know until the actual fight happens, so
She got a good little crash course.
crash course. Because it's tired now.
And now you have to decide which, and now you have a choice to make when you go into a fight, which one you want to do.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's not like I had that option when I used meta magic as a sorcerer before.
Fair. This is a little different because this is like choosing a completely different fighting style, essentially.
It does take an action, I think, right?
Yes. Yeah, you take an action to take it on or take it off.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
though something that you can do with that, if you're going to switch out of the fighter back into rogue, and you're not planning on using your cunning action to disengage or hide, then if you still have it, you can use your second wind before you shift back.
I was thinking of that,
As a
like, in
bonus
case of
action.
In case if Cass got hurt, and then maybe let's the scenario of a healer's down or something, right?
You could turn into the fighter, bonus action, heal, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you really needed to, if you needed to stay as a rogue, but you needed the healing, you could action fighter, heal as the bonus action, and then action surge
And then
to switch
action
back.
surge. That would be, you would have to be in a really desperate spot to be doing that, but yes, you could.
Jesus.
Yeah. We're talking, because that would be a situation where healing is more important than doing damage. There are very few situations where that is the case. And that's always a really bad situation.
No,
Right.
come on.
Well, yeah. At least we got that down. Yay.
Any other scenes you guys would like to do?
Aside from the serious scene, well, I'm just waiting for other people. So,
I got nothing.
I did
No.
my one goof scene I wanted.
No,
I'm good.
this can be like just accelerated if it's going to be a few days. If we have further questions to ask, we can do them like 3 per day. With what is there's a spell name I'm blanking on. It
Commune.
really shouldn't be.
Yeah, commune. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So,
if we had further questions over that, we could ask them.
if you'd like, Jolly, you can take your serious scene now.
okay. Oh god, I'm not prepared, but I have to. So what I'm gonna do, or I'm imagining at the very least, at some point, maybe in a few days, Kaz does introduce Dawn to her girlfriends at some point. Maybe they're like conversing.
Mhm.
And I asked Vera to come with me to the cart to go to Tana's room.
So, what's this?
You mean the cart or the
This is
The
no,
room.
this is her reacting to the room.
Oh, well, it's Tana's room.
Your friend, right?
Yeah. I haven't been here since she died.
Well, it's understandable that you didn't come back. It's difficult to go to a place like this.
Yeah. I mean, I might as well check what's in here. I feel like I've been ignoring it for a while.
It's understandable, though. Plenty of folks will ignore something after a tragedy. This isn't much better. Well, much different, I should say.
The guitar music stops.
That was the bot, don't worry. Is there something in particular you're looking for in here, or just
I don't know.
looking?
Maybe I'm just looking is all. Maybe she left something.
I actually do have stuff written for the room from like 45, 50 sessions ago.
You can message me that.
Alright. This is a few paragraphs of stuff, so
That's fine. Just send it to me.
it's in a Word document, so I'm gonna have to do it in parts, but that is fine.
As you are looking around the room, Vera is going to gently just kind of put her hand on your shoulder to try and support you a little bit in this situation.
Okay.
As you're looking around the room, you can see that there are reams of colorful fabric strewn about the room with scraps basically everywhere. There are piles of empty spools and thread that are partially depleted. And it looks like there was some other things that Tana may have been working on at one point, namely like a shirt, jade coloration with lace sleeves. It does not look like it was finished. You can see that there is a small trunk in the corner of the room, which is there's a small trunk of some sort. The latch is undone. And that is what you're seeing right now.
Nothing in note. That's
No, but the trunk is unlatched. You can't open it.
I want to open it.
Okay. At the top of the trunk, you find what looks like a small leather book of just kind of a brownish color. It's been rebound quite a bit, and it looks like something of a diary.
Okay.
It starts all the way from when Tana was a child up to when she passed away.
Oh.
There are several pages that are scratched out with messages and what have you. Some of it looks like it may have been a preface or stuff like that for various points of her life. And there does appear to be a more recent one. If you're reading this, you're either asking for a corroboring, you are, or I'm no longer around to stop you. This journey I'm on is dangerous, and I know it's selfish of me, but I don't feel death. What I fear is being the one left behind. I had it happen too many times, I have, and I don't know if I could take it again. If I don't make it through, though, don't worry about bringing me home. We don't know what happens to most Fae. They usually end up going missing. Just, if you get the chance, let the people I've gone on ahead I have. After all, it's a big sister's job to protect her family and lead the way. It is. And if you ever get a chance to speak with Will, if he ever gets freed, let him know I'm sorry I am. And that I wanted to spend my life with him. That last part, there's a single line struck through it. Like she wanted to say something else and then just stopped.
Well, if you guys are judging me, this has been written since session 1.
I know.
Oh my god.
This-
Next to the diary, there is what looks to be a piece of rolled up parchment.
Okay.
Unrolling it, you see what looks to be a scene of the main room in the cart. You see Darius is chasing after her daughter. Oh, actually, no. That didn't happen until Tana was gone.
Yeah.
You'll see Darius is lounging about in the actual room itself, while Fitz is giving Fizzy some reading lessons, and Granny is sitting in a chair across from them reading a book of her own. Tana is bringing a tray out from the kitchen with tea and fresh baked pastries, while Kaz has already stolen one and is starting to bring it towards her mouth. On the note, there's a note in the back that says the neighborhood watch. Some of the group didn't want their picture taken, so I drew it. Close inspection shows that Fitz has been carefully painted over to depict his uncursed self.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Hey, why is this actually bringing tears to my eyes?
This is fucked up.
Hey, I didn't sign up to cry today.
Get shit on.
Man. Could have happened at literally any time after.
Beneath the painting, you see that there are a few more small bundles, all wrapped up in brown paper with string.
Okay.
Each one has a name of a party member on it, with the exception of Fizzy, who has a simple drawing of her head.
Oh.
This may be what does it for me. Fuck you, Cody.
What do you do with the gifts? There is one with your name on it.
I mean, I think Kaz is gonna get emotional. I mean, obviously, if I'm trying to figure out the button part.
Where's the cry button? Where's the cry button?
Where's the cry button? I think I found it. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Tana, Cody.
I'm coming for you.
Connor had nothing to do with
I had
any of
nothing-
this.
I had nothing to do with
you,
this.
Cody.
It was just me remembering how Tana sounded and mimicking that voice. That was it.
And actually, all of these gifts, I had been originally planning weeks before, like when people were talking about character redesigns and stuff, and I never technically finished them, but just asked Connor if could have been excited, like they were done on the side and just waiting.
And that was acceptable for me. I will say there was one thing that is notable in this chest.
Okay.
There is loose brown paper packaging that has Reuben written on it that has already been opened, and there's nothing inside of the packaging anymore.
Ruben's wearing what fucking Tana made him.
Oh.
So what are you going to do with the packages, Kaz?
Well, I'm going to give them to the people that, deserve to see it, for sure.
What about yours?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it.
Well, do you want to open it, is the question.
Yeah.
You open up your long pot package, and inside you see what looks like a parasol. It looks very similar to your new one. But you will note that as you twist the parasol and spin it, it changes hues ever so slightly. A slight muddyish red color, a whitish blue, and a pink. Colors that you recognize are all reminiscent of your parents and Dawn.
Oh god!
Get her ass.
Oh god, I feel like the repercussions.
Oh, the consequences of my action.
I repeat, fuck you, Cody.
Fuck you, affectionate.
Yeah, please no. I mean that in the most affectionate way. I don't mean it like I don't literally mean fuck you. I mean like, oh my god, fuck you, like in a like affectionate way.
Listen, if you go back to the sessions preceding Tom's death, multiple times I asked, like, my members, like, what kind of clothing items would they want? No one ever gave me any answers, so I had to make up ones myself.
So, Kaz,
Yeah.
you go to hand out your packages, the packages for everybody else. Who would want to open theirs first?
I don't know, now I'm scared.
I'll do it. I'll be brave.
I was gonna say Fizzy like hangs hers because it's just hers is just a picture, so she just hangs it in her room. Is there anything written on it?
No, it's just a drawing of you.
Yeah, Busy doesn't know how to read yet.
Yeah.
You can open it.
Open it.
I'm gonna on the wall then.
Well, it's and
No,
there
you
is
have
something
to
that's
open
like
it.
there's something in the package, but it has your head drawn on it because
Because
you
you
didn't know
can't
how to
read.
write your name at first.
Read, ding dong.
It was just indicating the package was for you, so you do have something inside of it.
You're muted.
Why? God, I gotten better. Okay, I'll go first then. I'm ready to cry today.
Fizzy, you'll see what looks like a sparkly blue piece of something that would be best for used as like a cape or like a waistcloth similar to your outfit.
Oh.
And there is a small enchantment on it that allows it to shine like a star map.
Oh
That
God.
would have been overhead roughly at the same time when you first came to the surface, whenever
Shit.
you use your sorry form.
You're savage.
I've had a rough week.
No. Welcome back to D&D, son of a bitch. I hope you're proud of yourself, Coach. You're like.
Crying a little bit.
You can you can mute yourself, buddy. It's okay.
Oh God. Can I attach it over my over what I have currently?
Over the Arcturids. Yes. You can.
Yeah. Okay. I will do that. Oh God. Okay. I'm gonna mute myself.
I had to blow my nose a couple times. God.
Next.
I'm not afraid.
Granny, you open up yours and you will see that there is a cloak. It's made of a light gray color with some slight dark cloud-like splotches inside of it. Whenever it looks like there's an enchantment on it that whenever you cast a light cantrip, or you use a spell slot to restore health, or alleviate some kind of a condition, it will light up in a golden pattern like sun piercing through cloudy skies.
Aw, that's so sweet. Aw.
Who else?
I have no fear.
Mhm.
You can't see me, so what fear do I have?
Opening up your package fits, you see that there's a dark green waistcoat with gold trim, very similar to the current attire you have now. There's an enchantment on it that looks like it starts to make a pattern like dragon scales with iridescent outlines whenever you use one of your transformation abilities. And so smaller in the actual package itself, there's another one that looks like it's perfectly sized for Frog.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I think we might. Yeah, there it is.
I'm assuming that point is for coding.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jill does not know I was muted, but Jill said, "That's fucked up." That's fucked up.
Listen. Bill was so happy every time made a similar outfit for Frog.
That's my little baby.
Oh.
I guess.
There's one less package.
I guess that means it's my turn.
Darius, you have what looks like an aquamarine scarf with a pale pink fringe on it. There is an enchantment that causes it to slightly shift the temperature of the scarf at will, so it can help soothe your throat, as well as the colors. When cooler, the aquamarine expands to the fringe, and when warmer, the pink expands further. It is made to try and alleviate the pain from your injury.
I'm gonna be extra fucked up, and she's gonna give that to Ari.
Well, that's fine. If Don was still there to give it, she would have said she also put it in mind to be perfectly sized as a baby blanket.
No.
Darius will just very carefully and thoughtfully wrap it around Ari. Motherfucker's been dead for months and still manages to sucker punch us.
She was good at that.
Yeah.
She was good at sucker punching.
Yeah.
Whatever she may be, hopefully she's happy.
I certainly hope so.
That is all that's in the trunk.
Everyone good?
No. No.
Hey,
You don't understand. Also, I will say this for reference that you guys don't realize. Literally, the episode where Tana dies just went up.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Oh.
Yeah,
And
it
that
just
was
went up. So
this
it's
was
just
like
ugh.
literal years
I know.
from.
I know.
But
Listen, we got really bad. It was really bad. Okay, like the situation was really bad on my end. I'm not gonna lie.
hey, Jazz,
Thank God for Jolly. That's all I can say.
do we want to frame that and put it in the main space in the cart?
Yeah.
We'll get a nice frame for it. Glass to cover it and everything.
I'm just emotionally distraught right now. But thank you for being here, Vera. I know it feels weird that we practically stripped away from your home. I feel bad that you were ever involved with us, if this was the case.
It's fine. I'm willing to take the risk and be involved in stuff like this. And going away from my home for a bit is fine. It's just the smartest decision. So don't worry. I'll be okay.
I guess that explains why she never came back from the resurrection, though. She wasn't sure either, and I guess she got her answer.
Unfortunately, yeah, I think she might have.
Did I tell you what happened to her?
No, you didn't.
The tower that you're staying at right now is where she died. Or got killed, essentially. A god killed her. And I gave up my 10 years of tightrope performing to save her.
Vera is going to pull you into a gentle but firm hug. And she's just going to gently rub your back as you likely continue to sob.
I don't know what to do with myself. What's the point if I can't perform if she isn't here?
You just have to keep on moving. All right?
Okay.
It's all you can do.
Okay. I mean, obviously, Gaz just still sobs and consoles Vera.
You two will do so for probably about 10 or 20 minutes. Just trying to come to terms with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Who will be closest to the base of the tower?
What do you mean on the floor? Like on
Yeah,
the...
like the bottom floor of the tower.
I
Why?
don't know.
Fitz,
I guess
Fitz probably would end up there kind of like from a distance watching whatever Zandy's doing and trying to like commit it to memory, being like, maybe I can fucking do that later.
Okay. As you're doing so, Fitz, you hear a fairly loud ting as something falls from the ceiling of the tower, smacks square in the center of the actual of the bottom floor. It's a blue-shaped object, vaguely oblong, flat, like a plate. But it's not consistent in its coloration. It's blue and kind of shifts a little bit.
Like a dragon scale?
Like a dragon scale.
Something like that.
Immediately, if something fell, he's immediately going, assuming like something broke, and is gonna run over and kind of like immediately put his hands on it. Is what I'm saying. He's touching it, all up in it.
Well, laying your hands on it, you'll actually see that there's something more readily apparent on it, writing.
Oh.
It stands out very clearly and very obviously in a bright green, almost flame-like script. You see that it looks like it's been made to stay there just for a little bit, like an illusionary script. And all it reads on it is, "The family died today. Don't try to find us. I left a map that might help you on the back."
Fitz will flip it over and look at it.
You find a map. It looks like it's pointing you in the direction of something.
What the fuck?
He didn't
Fitz
kill.
does not say that. But
Like the family?
The T and the F are capitalized.
He didn't kill his whole family.
What the fuck? And he says, "Don't try to
presumably-
find us."
Presumably, Cloud would not have come to just deliver this message to us. But several people might have died and or it been officially disbanded, so to speak.
Either way, we'll be leaving off today's session with that.
Bitch!
Right.
Thank you all so very much for being here. Special thanks to my friends, Jolly, Jess, Jill, Michelle, Becca, and Cody. Cody, special thanks for giving us an emotional gut punch.
Well,
You know, it's a good
think how
question.
would have been if they found it like a week after,
Ooh.
Yeah.
when it was still fresh.
Ooh.
It would have
Yeah.
been so much
yeah.
worse.
You guys would have been like sending me death. Emotional trauma.
Thanks to Sleeping Bear showing up just at the perfect time to watch that emotional scene. We stream regularly Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Wednesday, it might be a horror game if I can find one. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna play Indiana Jones because fuck it, why not? But we'll be back next week on next Saturday for another game of Dungeons and Dragons. Say bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye,
Fuck
stream.
you.
Okay, that was
That's
targeted
how
at
you-
me. That's at
That's
me.
how
I
you
think.
know it was a good session. Just cuss it out.